السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على حبيبنا وقرة أعيننا محمد بن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. In Surah Al-Qadr, Allah Azza wa Jal says, "Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr." Allah Azza wa Jal says, certainly, no doubt, we have sent it down on Laylatul Qadr. No doubt Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is talking about the Qur'an. But Allah Azza wa Jal structures this verse or this ayah in such a way, it's so profound and remarkable. Allah Azza wa Jal starts off this ayah or starts off this surah by saying, Inna, verily, no doubt, we. We know Allah Azza wa Jal is one. He said, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Say, He is Allah, the one, the unique. La ilaha illallah. There is no God worthy of worship and truth except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why is He referring to Himself here in the plural form, we? Well, in Arabic, this is called ضمير التعظيم, the pronoun of greatness, or the majestic plural. Allah Azza wa Jal uses this pronoun to speak about Himself, to show His greatness, His might, His magnificence. And we have real life examples of this also being used. For example, a king or an emperor or a president, they will come out on the news or come in front of people and they will say, we have decided, or we have decreed such and such. We, even though it's them ultimately that make the decision. But the example with Allah Azza wa Jal is far more deserving, that Allah Azza wa Jal is using this to show His greatness and His might and His magnificence. But what is amazing, throughout the Qur'an, when Allah Azza wa Jal uses this way of talking about Himself in the plural form, throughout the Qur'an, every single time, either before using this way to talk about Himself or after, Allah will make sure that He addresses or talks about Himself using the singular form. Subhanallah. And we have an example of this coming after in this same surah, Surah Al-Qadr. Allah Azza wa Jal says, تَنَزَّلُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ وَالرُّوحُ فِيهَا بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِمْ. Allah Azza wa Jal says, and the Malaika and Jibreel alayhi salam descend bi-idhni rabbihim, by the permission or with the permission of their Lord and Master. Here Allah Azza wa Jal refers to Himself as Rabb, which is singular. He just mentioned Himself with the majestic plural, and to erase any doubt, just after He mentions Himself in the singular form, subhanAllah. And we find this throughout the entire Qur'an, either before or either after, when He refers to Himself as we, subhanAllah. Look at the accuracy of the Qur'an. And then Allah Azza wa Jal says, أَنزَلْنَاهُ. We, again, have sent it down. So here Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't even mention the Qur'an by name. And not mentioning the Qur'an by name here is actually a praise of the Qur'an. Why? Because the Qur'an is so known, it's so obvious and so magnificent that it is above being mentioned. Everybody in the heavens and the earth know about the Qur'an. The Qur'an is in such an elevated status that Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't even need to mention it by name here. It's like a real life example in our lives when you're talking to somebody and you say, you know who it is, or you know who I'm talking about. And the person knows who you're talking about, and you don't even have to mention their name. But the example with the Qur'an, of course, is much more exquisite, much more amazing. So Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't even mention the Qur'an by name. It says He, or He said, we sent it down. You know which book I'm talking about. Allah Azza wa Jal is saying, Fi laylatil qadr, in the night of decree, Al-Qadr. And Al-Qadr can carry a number of meanings. One is of honor, the night of honor, the night of glory, the night of an elevated status, subhanAllah, and the night of decree. The night of decree, because Allah Azza wa Jal says in Surah Al-Dukhan, فِيهَا يُفْرَقُ كُلُّ أَمْرٍ حَكِيمٍ. In this very night, this night of Laylatul Qadr, every matter of wisdom is decreed, subhanAllah. So in this ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal mentions Laylatul Qadr, and Laylatul Qadr means the night of decree, where everything in the year to come is decided. The night the Qur'an was sent down. And it's also referred to as the night of restriction. Why? Because so many angels descend on this night. It is as if the earth is restricted. There's no room because the malaika are filling the earth, subhanAllah, on this blessed night. Allahu Akbar. Look at how Allah Azza wa Jal structures the Quran in such a beautiful, magnificent way. Allah Azza wa Jal calls us to and encourages us to ponder and reflect over the Quran, reflect over its meanings, reflect over how beautifully things are constructed throughout the Quran. And you will come to the conclusion, if you come to the Quran seeking guidance, you will come to the conclusion that this is no doubt from the creator of the heavens and the earth, Allahu subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah Azza wa Jalla knows best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.